Now to that big breaking story out of Tennessee. A massive manhunt is underway for the gunman who killed 4 people at a Waffle House near Nashville. The city is on edge this morning. ABC's Ariel Reshef is there with the very latest. And Ariel, we're learning more about the suspect's past this morning.
Good morning, Michael. The suspect was known to authorities. He had a history of mental illness and run-ins with the law. Many wondering how he slipped through the cracks as police go house to house this morning, warning residents to be on alert. This morning, an urgent manhunt underway for 29-year-old Travis Reinking. The suspect, police say, is behind an early morning massacre at this Waffle House just outside Nashville.
Someone is shot. Units respond.
Reinking, believed to be armed and dangerous, accused of opening fire, killing 4 and wounding several others. 3:19 a.m. Sunday. Witnesses at Waffle House say they spotted the shooter sitting in his pickup truck in the parking lot. Minutes later, he allegedly got out of the truck wearing nothing but a green jacket, wielding this AR-15 assault rifle. First, fatally shooting 2 people outside the restaurant before killing 2 more inside. The suspect stopping briefly to check his weapon. Patron James Shaw using the pause and the panic to wrestle the gun away.
I'm not a hero. I'm just a regular person. And I think anybody could have did what I did.
Without his weapon, police say the shooter fled the scene on foot.
He went to his apartment, put on a pair of pants, and then went to a wood line behind the apartment.
Authorities reporting Reinking had a history of mental illness. A 2016 incident report showing emergency response services were called to a CVS parking lot where Reinking was delusional and believed Taylor Swift was harassing him, stalking, and hacking his phone. And this morning, another disturbing revelation. In 2017, Reinking arrested by the Secret Service for trespassing in a restricted area near the White House. At the time, his 4 firearms seized by police, turned over to his father, who police say they believe later gave all of them back to his son, including the rifle police say Reinking used Sunday to gun down his victims. Among the dead, 20-year-old Joe Perez, 23-year-old Aquila De Silva, 21-year-old DeEbony Groves, and 29-year-old Torian Sonderland. All of those victims under 30 years old, one of them a talented photographer, friends tell us, had a heart of gold. Another, a student who wanted to be a social worker. Meantime, the hunt for their killer continues, and despite concerns over the suspect's mental state, Michael, authorities still say there's no clear motive for this massacre. Michael?
All right, Ariel, thank you for your report. And James Shaw Jr., the man whose quick action stopped the gunman, joins us now from Nashville. And Mr. Shaw, I gotta say, it's an honor to speak to you. And we know you were injured in the attack. How are you feeling this morning?
How's it going, Mr. Strahan? I'm doing all right. I'm a little bumped and bruised. I've still got some blisters and stuff on my hands from where I actually grabbed the barrel of the gun after it was being discharged. But I'm all right. I'm gonna make it.
Well, we're happy for that. And can you tell us exactly what happened?
So me and my friend, we were out at a club earlier, and we went to a Waffle House a little closer into town. Well, a little closer in Antioch where the club was, but it just was packed, and it probably had 2 or 3 times as many people as the Waffle House on Murfreesboro Road did. So when we went to that one, Murfreesboro Road, it was about 3:17-ish when we walked in, and then we both, I don't know if my friend saw his face, but I saw his face. We kind of saw each other, and then I walked in. So we sat down, and we weren't sitting down for more than about 3 or 4 minutes. And then we were looking at the cook. He was actually washing dishes, and he was putting the clean dishes on the hood. And he was stacking them pretty high, and we were thinking that, that could fall. And we was watching him. He had 2 or 3 stacks of them, and then he just kept stacking them. And we heard the first, what I know now was a gunshot. And we was like, those are plates that just fell. And then we heard another one. And then at this time, we saw the Waffle House workers kind of scatter to go left and right, and then they went down. And then I looked back, and there was a gentleman at the entrance way of the door, and he was, you know, he was dead, laying there on the ground. And and he shot through the window, and that's when I jumped from my seat over to the entrance of the bathroom. And then he turned to the left kinda, and he kinda shot some more. And then he turned back to the right. Well, when he started turning back to the right, me and some other guys got in we went in the bathroom behind the swivel door, and behind that swivel door, you can go to either bathroom. And I actually just stood in the hallway because I didn't want to be locked in there with just no line of sight. And I just wanted to kind of keep an eye on him and see what was going on. So he shot actually through that door, and one of the bullets grazed me. And then I think that's when I became alert about the situation. It was like there's kind of no running from this. It's kind of like a fish in a barrel type thing, and I'm gonna have to try to find some kind of flaw or a point in time where I can, you know, make this work for myself. And so when he put the barrel of
And I know, James, that at one point you jumped in and you wrestled the gun away from him. What was the opening that was there for you to do that?
What I'm learning now is I think he was reaching in his pocket and he was about to reload the weapon, and the barrel of the gun was down. So that's when I took my opportunity, and I kind of was just wrestling it from him, and I ran through the door at full speed, hit him with the door, and took the gun and threw it over the bar. And then I took him and myself outside the restaurant, and then I was just trying to run away from him and just you know get to freedom.
Well, you said that anybody could have done what you did, and I don't know if that's true. But you say also that you're not a hero. But I got to say, your quick thinking is being credited with saving a lot of lives. Have you had a chance to talk to any of the other survivors who were in that restaurant with you?
Just my best friend. He was actually there with me in the restaurant with me. He was in one of the bathrooms, and we kind of talked about it, but we haven't went into depth about talking about it because it was kind of hard to talk about it yesterday. It was hitting home, but I haven't talked to any of the other survivors. I know it's the guy that was outside, the locksmith that was outside. He told me that I was a hero, and he said that on one of another interview. But I haven't really got the chance to talk to anybody. No, sir.
Well, I will tell you this, James. Like I said earlier, thank you, and it's an honor to speak to you. And you are a hero. You may not see yourself as a hero, but everyone else really does. And we're glad that you were there in that restaurant and you put your life at risk to save others. So thank you so much. We really appreciate your time this morning, and hope you have a very speedy and full recovery.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
So humble.
Very, very humble and very brave, obviously.
Oh, gosh.
But he did what he had to do when the moment called.
Absolutely.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.